Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Robert Marx, a retired professor of the University of Miami School of Medicine. This is a YouTube presentation on climate change, the hoax of CO2. This will be a preamble to what you're going to view over approximately 10 different segments. This is based on Climate Change, a Hoax of CO2 Revealed, my latest book on how climate change really occurs and that CO2 has really nothing to do with climate change. The book will tell you that climate change is real. It's advancing slowly at the rate of 1 degree Fahrenheit per century, different from what your politicians are telling you, and that the sea level rise is not due to melting of glaciers. Now, that may be in confrontation with what you're hearing, but stick with this, and I think you will find some interesting data. Now, this is how you can order my book. I would please if you would. And then as we start this, I will show you that there is my uh, email address and my phone number, as well as the publisher. We're open for questions and challenges. So this is all really transparent, things that politicians talk about, but very rarely do. Okay, what's this? This is the co-conspirator in global warming, Elsie the cow. Now, fossil fuels are targeted, and now good old Elsie the cow is targeted. In fact, Denmark has just put in a rule about charging the farmers a tax. They call it a fee, but it's really a tax on every cow they have. And this is multiplying, if you've got more than one lousy little cow, to hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it doesn't take effect until 2030. So there's time for common sense to prevail. So, okay, what's the issue with cows? Cow flatulence and methane. Cow flatulence produces methane more than human flatulence does. And that's called a greenhouse gas, but it's not a contributor to global warming. And I can show you why. Methane from any source, whether it's human flatulence or is cow flatulence or cow burping, is highly flammable. We only need to kind of look at our fraternity boys who light farts for entertainment and collegiate activity, if you want to call it that, to see how flammable that is. Now, methane in our atmosphere is called a trace gas. It's only 0.00017%, whereas CO2 is 0.412%. So that's even much less than CO2. But here's what happens to methane in the atmosphere from any source. And the other source is leaking gas pipes. Lightning burns it out of the atmosphere. The people who are projecting this haven't really done a thorough enough research. There's 1.4 billion lightning strikes per year on Earth, like these. And any methane within 100 miles is burnt up by the heat that's generated. That's what thunder is all about. Thunder is the heating of air rapidly that creates a sound that we recognize as thunder. So if you think that lightning is just a nice, pretty electrical phenomenon, it is a hot thing and it spreads out over a long distance. And 1.4 billion lightning strikes takes care of all this methane that cows and man produce. End of discussion.